Did you know that most recipes can be healthy? Yes, even holiday recipes. In this brief video, you will learn a few techniques and strategies to make a recipe healthier and tastier, and maintain flavor. There are two ways to alter a recipe to make it healthier. You can change the cooking technique, or you can alter the ingredient. Now, depending on the cooking technique listed in any recipe, the goal should be to minimize nutrient loss. For example, if you boil vegetables, then serve them without the liquid, you will have left a lot of the nutrients behind. Along with boiling, deep fat frying is also one of the least nutritious of all the cooking methods, since it results in a high-fat, high-calorie food. It can also result in foods that have harmful byproducts if the shelf life of the oil has been reached. Some of the best cooking techniques are to steam, saute, or bake your foods. So when a recipe calls for boiling, try and steam it instead. When it comes to altering ingredients, you can apply three simple strategies. You can either reduce, substitute, or eliminate the ingredient. Start with any recipe and analyze the ingredients. Go over each ingredient and try and understand the purpose of it, or what role it plays in the overall dish. Determine what the main ingredient is in the recipe. Typically, modifying ingredients that represent large sources of sugar, salt, and fat will have the greatest impact on the nutritional profile of the dish. Sugar's role in cooking can be vast, as are the many types of sugar available. It plays a role in browning, caramelizing, preserving, or adding texture and smoothness when cooking or baking. However, the dietary guidelines for Americans are strongly recommending reducing sugar in your diet. The recommendation is no more than 9 teaspoons of sugars per day for men, which is 36 grams, and no more than 6 teaspoons for women, which is 24 grams. Understanding sugar's role will help you to determine how much you can reduce. Start by reducing it by half, or substitute real fruit for sugar, or try a pinch of cinnamon to sweeten your oatmeal instead of using honey. Let's take a look at salt. It's a very common ingredient that may be either reduced or substituted to achieve a healthier dish. Salt does add to the texture and consistency of a finished dish, so take caution when trying to substitute or eliminate it altogether. Some ways to substitute salt is to make use of more herbs and spices like basil, cumin, cilantro, or garlic. Now, although it's tempting to eliminate fat in your recipe to significantly decrease calories, you may be sacrificing texture, moisture, and decreasing satiety in your dish. A focus can be to reduce the amount of, or substitute for a healthier fat, like a monounsaturated fat when you can. Some of the healthier fats and oils are olive oil, avocado, nuts, or seeds. So when you do substitute, try using plant-based foods as much as you can. Now, developing flavor is essential for healthy cooking, and since all your senses add to the perception of flavor, it's important to include them when modifying or creating recipes. Flavor begins with quality ingredients, which can then be enhanced through preparation, cooking techniques, and presentation. When changing or adding an ingredient to a recipe, start with your eyes and notice the color. Think about what flavor it may provide. Feel and touch it to determine its texture and how it plays a role in the recipe. What would happen if the texture of the ingredient was altered by chopping or dicing it? Next, smell it for freshness and quality. Finally, taste it to determine the degree of flavor it may provide. An example is adding carrots to a salad. The color orange is rich and enticing. However, the texture is firm and hard. It smells earthy and tastes sweet. How you decide to alter the texture of the carrot will determine your experience and flavor of the salad. You could chop it, or you can grate it, which will provide two different experiences. By grating it, you will increase the surface area, providing more sweetness to the salad compared to chopping it. If you decided to steam the carrot first, chop it, and you will notice a soft texture along with sweetness, which will provide a different experience as well. The combination of ingredients, the order in which foods are added to the cooking process, and the final serving temperature all affect your perception of flavors. The possibilities become endless when you realize how many ways you can alter a food or ingredient to make a recipe healthy and tasty. Until next time, stay well.